Welcome back, everybody, into your coverage of the D2CL, where we ask the question, can the underdogs actually win? So far, Cap, I think so.
Underdogs, man!
I know.
I can't believe Team Empire like the underdogs right now.
No. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about like Cloud9 came in here as the underdogs.
Well, I mean...
And so far, the answer is yes, they're 2-0.
Yeah, they're just stomping
You were just expecting like a negative answer.
I thought you were talking about the fact that like Team Empire now the underdogs because they just lost 2 games in a row. But
man, they're going from 0 to 0 in no time flat.
Yeah, I really can't believe. I was going to talk about like Team Empire, like they were dropping off a little bit. They had a couple of losses that shouldn't really have been there.
Yeah.
And so they weren't really that unstoppable team that they were like a couple weeks ago.
At the same time, like
I didn't expect this.
They were bitching about servers. I know a lot in the past too. So it was like, well, expect us to lose when we play on US East, which is actually fair enough because I know there's a lot of people actually asking questions about tonight's servers. I still actually to this point don't know. I don't know what servers.
Toby just blocks it out of his mind. He doesn't want to deal with the drama, with the nonsense.
Well, I wouldn't mind knowing, but the problem is I control the camera screen. I don't want to like bring up console in front of everybody when we go in. I always keep forgetting it. You forgot to actually enable your console, didn't you? The answer is yes.
No.
The answer is yes.
It's only for this computer. That's why.
Yeah.
I mean.
Yeah. Fail. But let's look at our game anyway. So. Pings aside, either way, Team Empire are now 2 games down, and they may be the ones facing up against the Alliance in the 3rd place matchup, because that's who's sitting down there right now. Alliance got knocked out in a 5-game series in our first semi-final, which happened just the other day. And of course, so we have a grand final coming up right now, Cloud9. Maybe they will be the team to go up against Na'Vi. That would be a very entertaining grand final, to say the least. Like.
Hey, both teams got a lot of fanboys too, but
yeah.
Honestly, I wanted to see Team Empire facing up against one of those because we've seen them go up against Alliance, we've seen them go up against Na'Vi in the last month or so, but it's always been like in a one-off game. It hasn't really been in a good series to gauge how strong Team Empire are. But hey, if they can't even make it into the finals, I suppose that it's nothing to talk about. Cloud9 though, looking a lot better than they were just a week ago. So I'm enjoying it. Cloud9.
They're looking better than just a couple of days ago.
Yeah, they're a very fun team to watch. So, and we're going to see a Sing Sing Mirana once again. So what's not to love about this?
Man,
what's not to love, Toby?
I have everything to love about this. Bone 7 Nyx Assassin, Sing Sing Mirana. I get Venscore over on the Rubik, while Fly gets to take up his Ancient Apparition. Like, this right now is just, again, it's the comfort zone we're talking about before. Cloud9, of course, pushed it a little bit out of the comfort zone. Not as far as heroes go, as just the lanes in the last game, because still, Eternal Envy's Gyro, he's played a lot of that. And even, like, we know Bone 7 has played also, or Pilot Eye's played a hell of a lot of Wisp in the past too. So there's no problems whatsoever as far as the heroes and the comfort zones go. It's just how they all work together. And I'm really not quite sure about this from Team Empire, where they pick up both their supports at the very, very start.
I like this.
You enjoy
I like this because we already have Nyx Assassin down on the board, who is an offlane that can perform pretty admirably as a 1 versus 3 offlane hero, but as a 1 versus 1, he can suffer sometimes. And if Team Empire already know that, they can go ahead and run some sort of range hero up against that Nyx Assassin as a safe lane farmer and run an aggressive tri-lane here. Because they've got a really good aggro tri. Telekinesis is one of the better disables at level 1, mixed in with the Chilling Touch. That disable and just straight up auto-attacking damage combo is incredibly strong. They can run anything they want with that 2 supports as an aggro tri and have a safe lane farmer if they want.
It's at this point I hate to really suggest this. I didn't want to have to suggest this. But they could just run Coddle PL, Cloud9.
No.
And then Team Empire's aggression is completely shut down.
Well, I mean, then at that point in time, if that is revealed, then you just still go for the defensive tri-lane if you want. But
that's true.
Yeah, God, don't bring up Coddle PL. Don't bring that back, Toby.
I'm just saying, man. Like we had a game of it the other night, and it was it wasn't as effective. I'm never going to put that one down. But as far as early laning goes, it was actually quite effective. It just didn't transition into anything fast enough. The Wisp will be banned out by Team Empire. That kind of feels like we have no idea what Cloud9 are going to do. So we take out one of their great support heroes, which is the Visage, and they remove the Wisp. So they remove out the combination style heroes that just get buffed up to a point where Empire cannot deal with them. And yeah, well, Cloud9, they might do this the old-fashioned way. I'm waiting for just one quick ban and then straight into a Luna. Just do this safe. Do this steady. They got one game to win to get to the grand final. No risks have to be taken here by Cloud9.
Right.
This could almost be like even a Spectre game when you get a Rubik and an Ancient Apparition on the field. You just slow things down. You get yourself an Aegis Prophet. You get yourself a Spectre. You've already got a Nyx Assassin for initiation. The fact they have the Nyx 2 also opens up the pool for a hero like a Life Stealer. And, okay, well, you want safety first. This could still be a support hero, but Naga Siren now in for the third pick.
Yeah, their whole entire draft is still completely open because that can be a Mirana off lane or mid or even a safe lane farmer. Naga Siren can be carry or support or potentially a mid as well. Nyx Assassin, another off lane / mid hero. So Cloud9, it's very, very hard to read what exactly they're going to be running laning-wise. However, you do see your cores being picked up. You see the aggression of the mid-game coming away from the Mirana as well as the Nyx Assassin, and the potential for a lot of late-game turtling power in the Naga Siren. So you either go for late-game. I feel you either go for a lot of mid-game here and just overwhelm Cloud9 early on before the Radiance is up by the Naga Siren. That's always a little risky, though, because even if you do get a lot of mid-game fighting power, you still need the push to be able to get those objectives before the Naga Siren has a Radiance, because once she has Radiance, the game, you just have a ticker then at that point in time. It's 5 minutes until Naga Siren is too big to kill, and another 10 minutes before she's on the offensive. I
still don't feel this is like a Naga Siren carry. I'm not feeling it just right now. I might be very wrong. But with an Earthshaker now being picked up, obviously 2 melee supports, not a great scenario, but their combination for a team fight's good. The only reason why I'm not so sure about it, actually now I'm not so sure about the Nyx Assassin being offlane, is because they need something to combo with the Naga Siren. Like, you can put off the sleep, but this isn't your holding control. Echo Slam plus the Fissure is nice, but your potential of actually hitting that combination is very low, especially up against a team like Team Empire, which have such elusive and high-controlling heroes. So I'm feeling, in fact, a Darkseer still to arrive here in the lane, which means you got to put Nyx Assassin or Earthshaker as a supporter, which really isn't a wonderful lane at all. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure about how C9's lanes will work. I like their combination. I like the way they can control their lanes. That's something which I'm definitely not going to say. Like, C9 don't have control. But I'm still concerned about how they get their combo exactly off. Like, is the Earthshaker just meant to be that, like, oh, you've had such a great early game, come up, dunk! Is that the goal right now from Earthshaker? Like, what is his role here? Is this just meant to be like a Fissure to babysit the Mirana? So Naga can farm up on the bottom lane? Is this the goal we're searching for?
Yeah, this is a very questionable pickup by them. I'm not entirely sure what they want to do with this Earthshaker, but I do like Team Empire's pickup here. It's a hero that you sort of classify as a sort of harder carry, but is able to get into the mid game pretty aggressively if you build her right, if you have the right setup. Puck is going to be perfect. You have the global presence of Ancient Apparition as well, so there's a lot of possibilities that just with one hero roaming around the map, whether it's going to be Puck, whether it's going to be a strong offlaner like, who is there really left though? I was going to say Clockwork, but most of the offlaners are gone here. Yeah. After that, I was going to say Centaur, but then Cloud9 banned that out. I was looking for another potential kill hero.
This is your kill lane. Actually, I'm not looking for Team Empire anymore. Team Empire kind of actually screwed in their offlane. But Naga Mirana?
Oh, yeah.
I can't believe my brain didn't actually click that one before. And his snare into an arrow, into a fissure. You can leave the Nyx on the bottom lane, and then they can pick up a mid lane hero to go with this.
At the same time, though, I don't think that's actually going to be your combo, because then you're running 2 melee supports. It's kind of not really typical, and it's for a reason. Yeah. You want to be able to have those sort of throwaway stuns, while both Naga Siren and Earthshaker are more bigger setup. They're greedier supports, and they're both melee, meaning you kind of you can't screw yourself. I do think that they're going to be running here the Mirana Earthshaker combo. I think this might actually be the possibility of an aggro try. Now that they see the Spectre being picked up, they go, well, let's go for a long-range kill combo. So let's go with the Earthshaker, Arrow, and there it is, Shadow Demon. Perfect. That is exactly what you need, because now you have the guaranteed Arrow combo with the Disruption setting up. That's a lot of direct damage. And what's really, really good about this is it exploits what Ancient Apparition, I've been saying this for a while now, Ancient Apparition just because he's strong level 1, there was a reason why Ancient Apparition wasn't picked up for a very, very long time. And we always said, he doesn't really do a whole lot in the laning phase. It's only until Chilling Touch got buffed up and people realized how strong it was that it was being seen all the time. However, if you still go for straight up kill combos, any sort of nuking combo, Ancient Apparition has nothing to be able to deflect that. He has no disables. He doesn't have any immediate damage.
Yeah.
So if you run a combo like this from Cloud9 as aggressive tri-lane, Team Empire can't really do anything about it because just one disruption arrow combo, that hero's dead, and then you're stuck in a 2v3. It doesn't matter how powerful Chilling Touch is, in a 2v3 scenario, you're still going to lose.
Yeah, the only thing that would help Team Empire to win that lane would be just to win on the vision battle. Because at least then they could like battle from the fog of war and make sure Cloud9 doesn't see them. But as we saw before from Cloud9, like they put down this, like we're on the Radiant side again for Cloud9. So they run this aggressive observer ward that's actually sitting down further south than what you'd normally try and de-ward. Because you're looking for the ward that's either blocking up the camp on the pull, which means you're pushing up your ward a little bit north, or you're looking for the one which is closer towards the lane. And because of that, you find yourself just like not de-warding out this at all. Like they couldn't find it the first time around. They didn't even find the second ward that was planted after that point. So yeah, man, I'm looking forward to this one. Naga Siren will be played by Eternal Envy, but this is aggro tri-lane. Mirana, Earthshaker, SD with Nyx Assassin in for the mid for Bone 7, and Naga Siren will have the space up against a Darkseer on the bottom lane. Now, they may have to pull Eternal Envy a couple of extra consumables in this game because it may not be too nice for him down there.
Yeah, dealing with a Darkseer, it's not really the offlaner I was expecting for Empire, but there wasn't a whole lot left when it comes to a kind of just a do-shit hero that can actually go in by himself and do a lot, like, for example, Clockwork does. I wanted to see a hero like that. That way, that one hero can move around the map and always be able to fall back on the Spectre and Ancient Apparition combo global. So just because it's one hero, it doesn't necessarily mean it's just him. But that being said, Team Empire now have some pretty damn good team fight with the Vacuum combo. With Vacuum and the Puck Ultimate as well as Ancient Apparition, those three abilities
I love this.
one shot.
I love this. This is the 5-man smoke train. But the crazy thing is, we have 4 heroes here. The 5th hero is a little bit too far away. It's Aoi 2000, but Venscore, Telekinesis will use it on Sing Sing straight away. Picking back the fissure, hits on 4 and the leap away from Sing Sing. Which means now the rest of C9 will scatter to the winds, but the fissure from Pylai die, catching out almost, actually it did, every single hero from Empire. And Mag's actually in a really bad position. He comes in to throw down a sentry ward. Now, if they can, the ping's coming out. They know exactly where he's moving. Now, Envy still hasn't leveled up an ability yet. So he goes Riptide to start with. The fissure will pop, and it does, in fact, block him. He'll have to munch on this one tree to get himself around. Now, Venscore comes back in again with Always on a Fly. They know the Chilling Touch bonus, but with the Telekinesis throwback, they at least know there will be no follow-through. But Team Empire, initially that move was just so they can control their jungle, and then they thought, hey, we'll just loop around and see if we can find somebody. And almost, they were 100% successful. Almost, but
Pylai with that really fast reaction, throws down the fissure, completely interrupts the combo, and now they've just lost a ton of regen on their side.
Found the ward too.
Yeah.
Is he going to kill it off in time and back up? They get both camps.
Well done. So instead, this was the other option, is that Earthshaker traditionally has been picked up for this reason, just blocking off. So instead, we're going to see dual lanes, no tri-lane combo. It's just going to make sure that they don't really want to run up against the tri-lane of Empire. They can force away the offlaner. There's just no way Darkseer can stay in the offlane. So
speaking of Darkseer, he's getting a little bit frustrated about this. These SD illusions have caused him a lot of troubles. In fact, blocked up the easy camp on the 1 minute mark too. So Darkseer is not having a free transition in the lanes. At least he'll find himself some easy Ogre Frost mages. I'm just wondering how long it's going to take before Empire want to fight. That for me is like a big question mark. You got Bone 7, he's not finding a lot of experience, and this time Empire's being a lot more vigilant about this camp and being pulled across. Being a lot more vigilant about it. While on the bottom lane, Sing Sing's got complete free space. This could even be a fast hand of Midas for him if he wants to, because there just seems to be no desire to come to this bottom lane yet. Obviously, when Darkseer hits level 3, then he'll consider it because he'll have Surge and 2 points Iron Shell, so it's worthwhile being on that bottom lane. But at the same time, if he gets disrupted up, he's dead. It's just that simple.
Yeah. It's going to be a much easier lane for Nyx Assassin to be able to stay in, because while the Chilling Touch is dangerous, a Spike Carapace is always enough to make sure. Well, lucky Vanscore. Use the Telekinesis just to ensure that he actually gets the rune, and it does in fact spawn top. But this is good though. Cloud9, what they're running here with the mid Naga Siren goes up against a Puck really easily. You were asking earlier when Team Empire, when they get aggressive, it's once Blink Dagger is up for Puck. Like, they have to get aggressive right away, I think.
That's going to take some time, though.
Yeah, because he's being blocked by the Earthshaker, so every other wave is being denied to him right now.
And now he tries to come down and do something about it. Now, Earthshaker's still got this Fissure of Verbal. Obviously, the animation time is quite long, so getting full control over it is not really going to happen. But Envy, man, he's also got such a great start. Like, this is a Naga Siren, 10 for 1 in the middle lane, running the bottle. He got a lot earlier than Resolution did too. This is like his first bottle coming in, and we're about to hit the 3-minute mark. And the bottle has just arrived for him.
Yeah, he's being forced to last hit up against the towers, so his CS may not be as high as you would see other mids doing, but it's ahead of Resolution. That's the important thing. Like, it's all because Pylai is doing this blocking, he's denying every other wave, and so it means that Eternal Envy, he has to last hit up against the tower, but it's better than Resolution right now, who can't even do anything about this whole block-off scenario.
Yep. So Wilder keeps going. What's he supposed to do? He's coming down again, but Pylai even brought down the catapult creep with this wave and this movement coming in from Bone 7. Now, Resolution sees this. The Observer Ward's already scouting out for it, so Bone 7, this movement's in vain. But he has no other real choice. This top lane is basically death for him. 2 points up in the Chilling Touch, and Rubik, who's approaching level 3. They're going to have the burst damage. He just stands here where the trees were taken out before, waiting just to control up the 4-minute rune.
Now that Mag, he sees the Shadow Demon hasn't really been in lane all that often.
Again. Deja vu. This time, though, it's a haste rune for Vanscore.
Well, maybe you'll see a rotation into mid before the haste rune is down, but I like Mag's rotation now to the bottom lane. He sees that the Shadow Demon has been constantly pulling, and now that he's level 4 with Soul Ring, he could just spam out Ion Shell over and over again and still keep, pretty far back in lane without putting himself in any real danger to the Shadow Demon Disruption Arrow combo.
And this ganking on middle lane, I don't know how successful it's going to be from Empire. Smoked up with Vanscore and Always Want to Fly. And Envy just backs up. He knows there's some easy creeps down here which he wants to farm up. So yeah, I think Shaker actually let him know about that one. If he starts farming now, he can get rid of it before the 5-minute spawn time. And with a fresh bottle arriving too, I think he's just given up on rune control. that's just a full give up. Use the entire bottle charge, just put it back. Yep, there it goes. Don't care. Still another 1 minute before the rune's going to spawn anyway.
Naga Siren, you don't actually talk about this aspect of Naga Siren mid very often, but it's another mid hero who can use the Radiant side of that bit of an advantage you have as a mid laner, just to be able to grow that
Pylai
CS.
Die, the Fissure! Resolution, 2 more attacks from Eternal Envy was required to get the kill. But he came in with that early Riptide, and Puck, he saw him at the last moment, because he came down from the hillside, and then the Fissure with that range, it was just far enough. And Mag also very cautiously backs himself up from Aoi 2000 on this bottom lane.
Yeah, he's not really getting experience range at all. He's playing this so safe because he knows the danger of this combo. It's really, really smart. He's still picking up a decent amount of gold, though. Because of the double Ion Shell spam, it's kind of hard to deny up against that. But going back to Eternal Envy, with his bottle spam, he's going to be able to farm up lane as well as farm up jungle occasionally. So he's just going to get that much farther ahead. And if they want to, they can get this Mirana. Sing Sing's just been free farming this whole entire time. Yep. They can get him to come into the mid game and just have Naga Siren free farm the bottom lane and turn that into also a little bit of extra jungle farm as well. And just have that sort of hard carry Naga Siren come into play, while Sing Sing just with his mid game aggression keeps Team Empire down.
I'm really surprised though at Sing Sing's item choice. Like, Face Boot's 100% for it.
Right.
But he went Bottle as his next item.
With Starstorm is a really, really expensive nuke, and you don't have the mana pool to be able to sustain that. So you do see Mirana sometimes go for a bottle build because you need
it's
some
not why
sort
you
of
just go
mana.
like Ring of Aquila as well as drums, because then you get your mana pool increase as well as a little bit of regeneration with your basic stats.
Yeah, I mean, he's still probably going to be going a Ring of Aquila. You could see he did get a Ring of Bacillus, but any extra mana regen helps because the Starstorm, 160 mana, that's almost half of your mana pool for one of your farming nukes. It's always been the problem, Mirana. She's not a very fast farmer, but because she's so reliant on that one nuke that costs so much mana. So, you know, I'm okay with the bottle. It's an interesting pickup, but it also means potentially more presence in the mid game. Because bottle is just such a powerful regen tool in the middle of fights that, again, it's just a little small advantage that you have.
Mag, don't give first blood to a Wild Wing. He's okay. He was dropping his Tranquil Boots too so he could fight up against the Wild Wings and still get and still have the straight regeneration after. I don't know if also too that Aoi was just warning Sing Sing by pinging on top of him that he was going to do a pull through, or if he was just noticing the fact that Sing Sing missed 2 CS in the lane on one of the waves. Just small things, Sing Sing. No, I'm not watching you closely. I'm just watching you closely, considering you have 51 for 10. Still, even by missing some, he's still ahead in the CS counter. And Silent, like, Vanguard's on the way for him. Like, it's a basic ring right now with a Stout Shield, and then Phase Boost to give him that early damage too, so he can, in fact, fight up. Oh, nice Invis rune. Couldn't have got a perfect rune
What
right
is
there.
with this luck of Vanscourt today?
I don't know,
He
man.
gets every rune. He doesn't miss uphill ever.
I actually think that there's something changing in the Water Dota 2 right now which favors the north, and I think it's because winter is coming. That's all I'm feeling right now. You know me, we played a game last night, man. It was like 5 runes in a row spawn top. I'm like, what the hell is going on here? There is just something broken in the rune spawning time. And I actually thought that wasn't possible anymore. Wasn't there a rework that meant so runes actually would alternate? Or was that
No,
one of the...
that was the rune itself. Whatever the rune is, you can't get double of one rune. So you can't get a haste rune and then another haste rune.
Oh, attempted pull. They're trying to stack right now. And Mag, oh, you cheeky devil.
Mag's like, oh yeah,
But
I can see this stack.
Look at the other stack. Look at the other stack over towards the west.
Yeah.
We got this guy right here. Now, that's going to be a lot of experience. They bring 4 heroes in here to try and take out this stack. It's like it's the be-all, end-all of Alakazam, and then the Fissure connects on 4 again. Arrow will fly up, but hey, Sing Sing, there's still another creep camp that hadn't been farmed up there. So he'll tank up the Arrow. But the rest are backing up, while Bone 7 just sits up here getting level 5.
Yeah, I was going to point out that Aoi was doing that stack earlier, and they do have some abilities to clear through it. Starstorm, Shadow Poison is actually really good neutral clearing. You haven't really seen that come in yet, but the fact that you can get 5 stacks means that Shadow Demon is really effective at it.
Watch Envy's money. He's currently sitting at 1,400. With this actual stacking, and possibly the tier 1 tower to go down the bottom lane, I'm wondering if Envy is considering just going in for the raw Radiance.
Oh yeah, I think absolutely that was his whole entire plan. Mana Boots is always a solid pickup on Naga Siren because you need that constant spam.
He's not even losing his farm in the middle lane. He's controlling his illusions in the mid, using the Riptide to farm with them, as well as finding the timing to farm up this stack. It's such a huge injection of money. It's a good thing he's not a Meeper where he gets experience from his illusions. Or else this Naga would be completely OP.
He even drops the Arcane Boots just to make sure his bottle gives him as much mana as humanly possible.
Well, there goes the bottom tower. Got denied of, so not the maximum amount of gold coming their way. And, wait, are they going to give these levels over to Shadow Poison? No. He's moving up for the regeneration rune. First rune I think Envy has managed to claim. Bone 7's also having a really good time up on top. He's about to hit level 6. He's running Arcane Boots already, so he's able to spam out his damage, and there's his level 6. So Silent no longer can kill him on this top lane, even though there is a sentry ward inside the lane. It's all... yeah. I doubt Bone 7's going to initiate on the top lane. That's an Invis to coming towards mid, and actually there's already a sentry ward, which is about to time out in the middle lane.
One-man smoke from Resolution. I was going to say he went for a Power Treads build, so he went for a little bit more lane control here, which means a slower Blink Dagger. But I was going to talk about they need to start making these rotations. The Spectre ultimate is up, and they have yet to use it. They really need to be forcing a Dream Coil Spectre ultimate. It looks like they want to go for Sing Sing.
He's being so over-aggressive right now. So there's your Dream Coil at least with your Rift and a little bit of extra damage. But Sing Sing Starfalls, the wall will go down, but he still gets the kill on Mag. They can't. It's like it's an even trade, even though Moran doesn't get the experience. Still, that was not flawless for Empire by any shape or form.
No, it wasn't. They didn't use the Spectre ultimate there. Probably figured we don't need to use it here. Let's wait. Because Spectre ultimate is a pretty long cooldown, so if you don't have to use it, it's probably for the best. But they still give away a kill for a kill there with Resolution making rotations, and that's just more time. They could have used that gank. They could have used that smoke gank on Eternal Envy instead. No. But now he's almost at 3,000 gold.
Smoke gang top from Bone 7. He's going to go inside the Vendetta, and what a time for a Sentry Ward. Talc needs to pick up a beat there, but Owie, he lets off the Purge on Silent now. The Spectre Haunt will go. Bone 7 was protected for a short time. And the AE ults, he's going to fly in just a little bit too late in a position where no one is, but he managed to force double supports TPs to the top lane. Not just support, sorry, he's actually a core too. Mag came up here with Vanscore, so they're going to Fissure. Resolution got hit by this. Silently so low in life, but it still means being inside of Invis. He had to come back in again. The dust will pop. Bone 7 Spike Carapace actually stuns him up. So they couldn't follow through with their damage, and they still can't get themselves a kill. Moonlight Shadow was used by Sing Sing to protect them.
Watch always want to fly, though. He's got 3 seconds on his Ice Blast. He could catch out that hero. Yep, there he goes. He throws it.
Is he going to be right in position, though? I'm following this. Hey, I lost. Yeah.
Oh, he's going to get it. Boom! Well done.
Waiting for the smart-ass comment to come in through all chat. Yeah, but I actually wouldn't be too smart-ass right now if I was Empire, because Envy was farming up the mid lane. He's about to hit his Relic. Yep. Like he's got 3.6k gold, and with his small little saddle, that's 3.7 basically. And Sing Sing's still free farming bottom, and he's going straight into either a BKB or what I assume will actually be a Desolator pickup from him, because he's already got the Mithril Hammer there. I know he's been focusing a lot on Maelstrom before, but it's just because to have another Deso hero on the map.
And Silent right now, his build may have helped him survive through that gank attempt at top lane, but it just means a delayed Radiance at this point in time. And I'm not even sure if he wants to go Radiance. Do you tank up? Do you try and go for like Drum's Diffusal build and just go for a more combat-oriented lineup?
Problem is Diffusal's not really going to slow anything down.
No.
Because like Envy won't really care. After he's popped off his mirror images, he won't care. Now top lane, we've got Disruption, Catcher, Vendetta hit, follow-up stun. Silence just dead on the bottom lane. Mirana takes the last hit. You need to tank up, and you still need to dish out damage. It's kind of got to be Diffusal just for the damage output and to control the supports, but he can't control the carries in the later portion of the game. And that's where my concern comes in for him, because that's what his job is. His job is to deal in the late game with Naga as well as Mirana. And if he can't do that, there's no one else on this team that will be able to, no matter how much Chaos Darkseer his ulti causes with the AA combination.
Yeah, how is he really going to make this work, though, up against the Radiance? They have such a small period of time. Like, again, they have to be aggressive. They have to be looking for these pickoffs with the puck, and that's why I was expecting a fast Blink Dagger in order to ensure that they do have that jump. They have that jump Dream Coil Spectre Ultimate Ice Blast combo that guarantees you kill 1 or 2 heroes. Whoever's in the Dream Coil is pretty much dead. But it's 2-2 right now. 15 minutes in, we really aren't seeing that action from either side.
Mm-hmm. Oh, this arrow could be perfect. It does too. Sing Sing. There was an observer ward that was watching him come in. That's why the arrow was 100% on the money. He just solo kills the puck, and that was meant to be Empire's aggressive gank into Sing Sing, just like they did before. It was Mag as well as the puck, the same 2-hero combination, but this time C9 were ready for it.
I'm not sure why they're not prioritizing ganking up Eternal Envy, though. I know he's a rough hero to gank because he's in the middle lane.
And because he's like Naga Sleep.
Yeah, he's got Naga Sleep, he's got everything else. So when he's farming up, the hard camp, like, it's hard to area the ganks because the enemy team can just teleport to the tier 1 tower and get behind you, but you can't just let him get a Radiance. They're not doing anything to shut him down right now.
Vanscore just stole Riptide, but that's not what he really needed to take from Envy. Envy just managed to grab himself a DD rune. But Envy is kind of like stalled up a little bit on this farming. Like, the stacking hasn't started up again yet. And he hasn't been coming out too far in this mid lane because Envy is waiting for the gank from Empire. You're talking for Empire to prioritize it. Envy is waiting for them to prioritize it. But there's a 3-man smoke moving towards bottom lane. That'll know about Sing Sing while Envy's using the DD rune to go through the Ancients. But he also is then using his illusion in the middle lane to farm that one up. Wow, talk about power leveling. But bottom lane, here they come. Stun on Resolution, Mana Burn, Fissure to follow up, Arrow comes in, hits perfectly from Sing Sing, but Fissure stolen back into the wall, and the AOL is also coming in, but the Echo Slam from the Earthshaker didn't make it as easy as Empire probably wanted. Owie trying to hide inside the Moonlight Shadow. 2 supports go down for the puck, but you've still got Envy finishing up the full Radiance in middle lane. I'm still going to say, even though 2 heroes were lost for C9, that was a worthwhile trade for them.
Yeah, if there are only 2 heroes, I would say that's worth it in order to kill. It's Spectre and it's the puck. Those are your 2 key heroes. If you can trade 1 or 2 supports for that, that's fine. Because you just made sure that Blink Dagger's not going to be up for Resolution for another 5 minutes. Like that 1 kill just shut him down so much. And it's just kind of been kill after kill. Looks like Silent, though, he's building up a significant amount of gold right now, so could still be Radiance, but it's already up for Naga Siren.
Yeah.
And this just means we're going to have a Boots of Travel and probably a Manta before Empire are ready to fight.
Radiance won't really achieve enough for him, is where my major problem is. Nice Fissure on top lane, and Naga. Oh, there's your sleep, and Vanskor just used most of his abilities, and, well, Ice Blast will pick up the next assassin. Sing Sing's arrow well off target, and Resolution able to phase shift through a little bit of that, but he can't phase shift through the last hit from Sing Sing, and now they move into Vanskor. Ensnare, the Radiance Burn keeps going to work. It'll be 2 for the price of 1, but yeah, I'm pretty sure Nyx Assassin thought he was away to safety just then. A middle lane tier 1 tower may be the trade-off here for C9. With Naga sleep on cooldown, they can't just jump in here to defend it. But they'll at least throw Fortification. Arrow from Sing Sing, he prepped it. Now the throw comes. That's a 5-second stun over on Mag. TP support's coming in, that's the Earthshaker. No Echo Slam, but he'll have the Totem Stomp. Fissure as well, trying to keep Silent out of the fight. The Aeon will fly again. It's just for the cause right now. And Silent, he's diving in after Sing Sing. Now the Spectral Dagger's still a little bit more time on it, so he gets himself away to safety.
You know, earlier when I was talking about it, I was like, oh, Radiance is up. That means you're going to have, like, Boots of Travel within 2 or 3 minutes because she just farms up so quickly. And then Manta soon after that. Yep. But Spectre, these last couple of kills that Spectre's been a part of, they just picked up a tier 1 tower. You're going to have a Relic up soon. Maybe it will actually be enough time. My biggest concern was that Naga Siren was going to start tanking up with the Radiance. So once you have Manta, that gives you a little bit of extra survivability, and then you usually get a Vit booster after that. In order to build into a heart soon after. Like, I foresaw that Naga Siren was going to be able to have at least the Manta and possibly even the Bit booster before the Radiance was up and before Spectre can actually start putting out that damage.
I still sit there going, I don't know if a Radiance will be enough for a Spectre.
It will be okay.
I almost want to say Skadi would be a better choice at this point.
Whoa.
I know I'm throwing it off the edge, and I'm actually not 100% sure how the interaction works with Desolate and Skadi.
It's fine. It doesn't. It doesn't interfere. But it would still, like, Skadi not really enough damage. Like, the Radiance, Naga Siren is still a very squishy hero. So if you have the jump, if you have some sort of disable here, Spectre will be able to do enough damage to kill the Naga Siren fairly quickly. But the problem is that both of them are kind of in the same boat, that if they last long enough within the team fight, they will win it, but they're still both relatively squishy.
Resolution, this could be the best gank for him in the world. 3 heroes really out of position here, and Vendetta was just stolen by the Rubik. So Resolution saves with Pilot Eye, Dream Call to catch out to, and the Aeon is coming in. Nyx Assassin got a good start off, and the Echo Slam from Pilot Eye. They're going to get a quick kill, but then the back end, Mag with a double kill. It should almost be a triple. She gets Silent with the other double kill. All of C9, they brought everybody up to this top lane. Now he's trying to run himself away inside the Moonlight Shadow. He has to go into the tree line. He does the right choice. They saw him, though, at the last moment entering the trees, and then Vortex reveal it. C9 will lose everybody on this top lane.
Wow.
That was a disastrous fight. They came under 4 different sentry wards of Team Empire.
That was huge. That was so huge, because now in Team Empire, they just got a big influx of gold for Silent. He just picked up the last hit on the tier 1 tower. That is now a relic.
Yeah.
That is now a relic, soon to be Radiance.
It's full Radiance. The recipe's on the courier.
Oh, man.
He actually finished the whole shebang with that. Picked up the, in fact, he picked up the relic as he's walking back through the Radiant shop, so the courier went for a little bit of an AWOL run.
And it's only Boots of Travel right now for Naga Siren, meaning we don't have that stat item. Only 1100 health right now. That Radiance Burn is going to really kill this Naga Siren. A Spectre picked up a Vanguard fairly early on, so while she's still a little bit squishy to magic damage, she has just enough tank to survive through most of the burst, I feel, and be able to get off some of that magic damage. So if Empire continue to really get aggressive here with the Ice Blast, with the Blink Initiation, everything else, they can continue this line. But look at Pylite Eye. Oh, man. That Vendetta, if he could get close enough for this auto attack, that's going to be enough. He got it. He's got it.
Manscore, he won a Fate Bolt as well. And then Fisher, turn around.
Oh,
he
lives.
Die. The arrow's coming in as well from Sing Sing just in case. But Vanscore backed up. See, this is why I wasn't 100% sure about how effective this Spectre Radiance Burn is going to be, because you have an Earthshaker who is actually quite tanky. Like, to get through his life points is not as easy. Even with an AA ulti out on him just then, it was... like, they couldn't even bring him to that 10% mark.
It was real close, though. That final auto attack just came in a second late. If he still had Ice Blast, that Ice Blast proc on him for that last hit, he was below 10%.
Yep.
But still, I really like Vanscore's build here. This is something that I've kind of been talking to a couple different people, theory crafting, that telekinesis, leveling it up can be really powerful, but not as a single target disable, but more the throwdown that you get. That's where leveling up telekinesis is actually powerful. But if it's only a single target stun most of the time, maybe it's better to level up null field, because magic damage is so potent in the early game that having an extra 20% resistance against that is better than a longer disable.
Mag getting hit on. Oh, they hit silent as well. The arrow will connect, and they're going to get out of here. Leaps away. The dust will pop, so Bone7 will lose his life. But Sing Sing will remain alive. The dust didn't actually quite reach him. And Vanscore's moving in again with Vendetta while Pylite die. Fishy goes out. That's also meant to be a block so no one can come up, but always on the fly. Still gets ulti up, but Naga slows it down. Pylite die. He'll actually survive through this, but he wants to let off one quick stomp. And the arrow flies. That's meant to be for always on the fly. I don't know if the timing of that was quite right at all. It's not. Silent gets a triple kill. Mistakes were made.
Oh, so many mistakes. Are you kidding me? You threw both the arrow as well as Echo Slam, and neither one of them landed. And Vanscore simply turns around and says, thank you. I'll have that Echo Slam. I'll turn it right back around on you. I had 2 team fights, and all of a sudden Cloud9, who were looking so damn good, this was a Naga Siren who was farmed as all hell early on.
Yep.
They've completely lost all track of the game now. 2 bad team fights, and that's all it took for Empire to take control of this game and possibly get at least one game up against Cloud9 in this best of 5.
I can't believe the level of throw. In saying that, though, the grass won't really reveal that.
No.
But it's just because we were looking at the timing and all, but you look now at Empire's advantage. 10,000 experience advantage and about 7.5k in the gold. And they're about to jump in and try and take Roshan. In fact, there is no try, there is only do.
Yeah.
They will take it out. This will actually now also be Diffusal Blade up on Silent after that fight. He's got his double blades as well as the recipe. Currently back in his stash. No. But with Roshan going down, the gold is there. The side device being worked on by Resolution. The AA ulti buff up with the Aghanims. He's sitting at 1400 with the point booster. And everything is now so right for Team Empire after 2 horrendous engagements for Cloud9.
Toby?
Yeah?
Do you keep Echo Slam here if you're Vanscore?
With a Blink Dagger?
You have a Blink Dagger.
Do you have the time for it, though?
You do have enough time. He'll hold on to it long enough because he used it immediately. So he'll have a good minute and change.
Well, the answer is yes.
I mean, you don't have the stun from Echo Slam. That's something significant. Is the passive of Aftershock. So that extra bit of damage, that extra stun, isn't coming into play. But apparently he's going to try and keep it. He's going to try and keep it and see if he can make it work for him. I'm interested to see whether or not he can actually get a big Echo Slam as Ruby, because I've never seen that before.
With Mag in combination, it might be possible, especially Mag, who has 2.5k gold in himself now. There should be a Blink Dagger on him, by the way. I say should be. Mags keeps finding himself in the perfect positions during the engagements.
Silent.
Somehow he just walks into it. But you're right, Silent, stunned up, arrow follow-up. Even if they burn through the Aegis, this is worthwhile, but they've got an SD coming in. Now, Aoi is just saying, screw this. No, everybody out. Aeoldi's flying in rather deep. Pylite die. Oh, he's going to walk in.
Oh,
he blinks!
The ultimate.
Naga throws out the sleep. Spectre Illusions will not be able to follow this one down. Everyone TP's out safely. In fact, Envy and Pie-Dye. Oh, he found him. Phase Shift, Orb, and Resolution. He can't see him though.
Wait.
The Moonlight Shadow protects him. On 50 or almost 60 life points, Envy is able to remain alive. Only just though. Only just. He really needs this Mana Style finished. And finished soon. Sell Bottle, pick up Ultimate Orb or something.
Yeah, Diffusal Blade is now up for the Spectre, meaning more direct damage up against that Naga Siren. The faster you can burst her down, the better chance you have in the team fight. They're taking down tier 2.
They're going to give this a shot. 5-second stun, they miss everybody. Threads the needle, disruption, catcher, Bone 7 jumps up, gets the stun over on Sun. It's a lot of early damage and Silent. He will go down. She died to his own illusions, while Resolution, very low in life, able to face shift himself away to safety. But Sing Sing, there's your Echo Slam from Pylite Die. Vanscore stole leap, so he's in the corner, but the arrow will catch him out. And now it's C9's turn to have the perfect team fight. Need a little bit more movement speed than that Naga Siren to catch up to Mag, however. But Pylite Die, he's trying to juke him around the tree line. Bumped into his own creep wave. Into the corner. Wants to TP out, and they won't see him. They can guess all the wrong positions. Mag will get himself away to safety.
That team fight could have been completely different. One small thing happened, which was huge. Puck jumped in on the Nyx Assassin.
Yep.
And it was actually in that weird position where technically you're behind the Nyx Assassin, but you're still getting hit by the Impale. If he had been able to blink and throw that silence down just a quarter of a second before the stun went out, that would have meant not only would Nyx Assassin be in some danger, but that would have meant Spectre wouldn't have been immediately held in place after that disruption. And just those two spells actually do a lot because the Spectre illusions are really powerful right now from disruption. Like, that's a maxed out disruption, by the way. That's not maxed out Soul Catcher. So you're getting the Radiance Burn as well as just the regular old auto attacks.
Yeah.
Spectre is not tanky enough to live through that.
Not yet, at least. But that was always the question we were having before. We said, like, Eternal Envy wasn't tanky enough to live through what Spectre was dishing out as well. So we're both very fragile, had a lot of this area of effect damage, but now you got Naga Siren with the Manta Style completed, and still has another 1k gold up his sleeve. So there's 1,500 life points up against the 1,400 life points. They're starting to get a little bit more balanced out as far as these core carries go. But the initiation, like, for me, when that disruption, catcher, combination, Silent went down, Puck, as you said, got caught out. When those two heroes got in a really bad position, it was over.
Oh, yeah.
And now there's also going to be some... okay, Envy should have noticed that. Or at least... yeah, he didn't. His illusions moved up through the tree line here. Have they show a Dream Call? Yeah, they do. It's over on Pylite Eye. Fissure, Totem Stomp, and he's dead. Double kill for Resolution. Good pickoffs. They got to transition into something more, though. But Envy, I'm surprised he didn't notice that. He sent the illusions up through the tree line, and they actually got bumped out, so they had to actually walk around because they ran into the Empire smoked up heroes.
Yeah, it's hard as a Naga Siren because you're focusing on controlling your illusions, controlling your heroes. And that's really you're pretty micro-intensive as a hero, as a farming hero, because you're just like, every single illusion should be going somewhere different. Sing Sing. He's going down.
Yeah,
he tried to teleport.
Mirana ulti. He's trying to get back into the Invis, but with Radiance Burn as well as Puck's attack. And that means Sing Sing is now dead on the sidelines. While in middle lane, Bone 7's having a crack at Mag. He knows he can't kill him off. Damn, that's Mag's walking around with Mech and Pipe, and even now he's building into a Shiva's Guard on top of all of this. That's a very, very tanky Darkseer. Mirana's damage output isn't really high enough to deal with that at the moment. And he should be able to survive also the jump in, like, Echo Slam.
I don't know how, but Aoi always seems to be, like, the ultimate split pusher as a support. Like, I can understand. Yeah, I can understand when you're playing Visage and doing it, but he's doing it as a Shadow Demon right now.
Didn't realize Vanscore actually was able to steal Moonlight Shadow.
Oh, that's huge.
They're using it to try and jump in, but this time around, though, C9 not getting caught out. Envy has been very, very defensive here. He's using nothing but his illusions to tank up, as well as to push out this middle lane. And yeah, he sees Spectre TPing out too, and just keeps it going. One more Riptide. And this is the power now of Naga Siren when his illusions actually have some kind of life points. The ability just to push and not have to be there. And Resolution, quick deep ward, orbs up, blinks away. That gem of his is really going to work. I'm wondering too if it's almost worthwhile getting a gem onto the Naga Siren. Not with his own money though, but just for one of these support heroes to grab that.
What's really good about the gem on the Naga Siren is that you can give it to her at tier 2, spawn the illusions, and move them around all over the map, and kill pretty much the whole entire map division.
He has to run underneath his own tower. Is there another Riptide? If there was just a, like, yeah, okay, you needed to keep that illusion alive for another 4 seconds, and one illusion would have actually just solid up Vanscore just then.
Their next opportunity is going to be in 25 seconds when they have another Moonlight Shadow. They have to make this gank work, because this Naga Siren, the reason we said they were so far ahead is not necessarily because they were actually just plain old net worth. They were ahead in golden experience, but most of it on Cloud9 was on the Naga Siren. And the moment the Radiance is up, that's when your farm starts exploding. And that's where you see this gold lead beginning to turn back up, because Cloud9 are simply out farming Team Empire right now with the Naga Siren all over the map.
Sorry, it's crazy. It's crazy. You know you're talking about it while I'm showing it on the map. Pylite died, the AL is coming in. Aui's just going to disrupt him up. He takes it, the Spectre out of play for the moment, then just TPs himself out. And Rubik got there in time. Blink, telekinesis, and Spectre's damage. When that SD is left all alone, it's an easy follow-up kill. But Silent knows now, just straight into heart. Straight into heart. I'm a little bit concerned. Looking towards middle, and that Sing Sing being hexed up, for the moment at least. And, well, the leap away. He's through the tree line. The Fidgel keeps Silent out of this play. And then he has to put the Moonlight Shadow. Now there's a big oil slick coming out of the rear of that Panther. And Resolution. Oh!
Well
he
done.
guessed it perfectly. Obviously, with the gem, there was no real way for Sing Sing to run away inside the Moonlight Shadow. Still, quick, swift play by Resolution.
Yeah, they really used that Moonlight Shadow perfectly. They got a gank at top, as well as a gank with Resolution on the other side of the map, going middle and setting up the Spectre ultimate. This is what we wanted to see. This is the power of this draft, where Spectre can be anywhere with just Resolution moving around the map, providing that setup for the gank. So now they take more control, take another tier 2.
Tenskill's dying again.
Yeah,
it's
still,
and he can't stop it. Look at the illusion's going to follow up, and okay, that looks like the Riptide wasn't going to be used.
And because of that, they can't actually finish off the tier 2.
Yep. I'm actually surprised that Envy came back as far as he did. See, Roshan's so greedy if they go for it too, because you got a level 3 Naga Sleep, ready to rock and rumble. And now you got a Naga Siren who should be picking up a Reaver.
Oh god, Vanscore, he's dead!
He actually did die to the illusions.
Got too close to the Riptide. He had to telekinesis and throw it back before it got in range.
And they're just going to go again. And the problem is, though, these supports can't get rid of these. Like, Ancient Apparition as well as Vanscore, they're both as squishy as each other. Even this Centaur that's over on the side. Okay, Puck's going to get that with an orb. But look, he's moving back and farming it with an orb while running away. They know the problems. They always want to fly actually ganked on the bottom lane. The double blink bros, Bone 7 and Pylite die together.
Is under attack.
Yeah, and this is the issue. When Naga Siren pushes out constantly and you're forcing the enemy team back, you're actually giving your allies a lot of room to work around, whether that's going to be farming themselves or also getting a lot more room to find those pickoffs. And as you could see, they push out, middle, top, everything is going well, and Cloud9 go ahead and gank out bottom. Like, they see that opportunity. This is the power of the Naga Siren. Is not only do you farm up all the map, but you constantly keep the enemy team on the defensive, constantly pushing in these lanes. And that's just with the Reaver. Soon the Heart is going to be up. Naga Siren illusions are going to be kind of unstoppable. Team Empire, they were given an opportunity with 2 big team fights to take control of the map, but they just couldn't quite finish it. They couldn't quite end the game, and now the Naga Siren is getting too big. Now their opportunity to be able to push in and try and end this game early is over. Now they have to go late game. Now they have to go late game, where Naga Siren does begin to fall off, surprisingly, due to the fact that she's not the best at direct damage.
Your Spectre just has to be so fat to deal with that late game Naga Siren.
Yes, but you do have some good support behind this Spectre going into late game. I mean, you look at Cloud9, you're pretty much dealing with Earthshaker. Shadow Demon is decent in late game, as well as Nyx Assassin. Mirana is a good semi-carry. Naga Siren is an okay late game carry.
The problem, though, I'm seeing, though, is like, you don't actually have the supports behind Empire. They're dying before the battle even begins.
Well, Ancient Apparition should still be able to. I mean, no matter, like, the farther back you are, the better it is, right?
Yeah,
so as long as Ancient Apparition starts staying really, really far back.
As long as he's not involved at all. But then again, has that really helped him? We saw Vanscore die almost under his tier 2 tower, and the nearest hero was farming up the Ancients. Like, that's the problem I'm seeing for Empire, where the supports, they can't get the space to keep their items up and to keep themselves alive. Like, Ancient Apparition, has he finally No, he doesn't have it. The Heart's over on the Courier now coming back for the Spectre. But Ancient Apparition is still short by 1,000 gold of getting that Aghanim's upgrade, and he needs it, and he needs it early.
But remember the power of those utility heroes going into the super late game when Darkseer comes into play, right? That Wall of Replica, really, really powerful. That's going to be a huge factor. Spectre's direct damage will be greater than the Naga Siren.
Until Spectre's turned by the SD.
Yeah, it's direct damage. Now, Naga Siren's going to be better with the AoE 5-on-5 damage. That's going to be an issue until the super late game, but Spectre's going to be better at the direct damage. You have the utility of the Darkseer as well as the Ice Blast combo with Vacuum. Then there are opportunities for Empire to be able to upset Cloud9. As Cloud9 get more control of the map, though, how are they going to push in? It's a problem with both teams is that they both have decent mid-game. They also have good late game on both sides, but neither one of them have really good power to end the game, and they're dealing with a lot of crazy abilities that they have to push up against, whether it's the Naga Siren spreading illusions with Radiance, or it's dealing with a Vacuum Ice Blast combo. Either one is too damn hard to push up against.
2 core items just arrived. Yolnya or maybe we go straight to the fight straight away. AEL is farming out, but Earthshaker, the Fissure, bought him the space. The arrows are still coming up here, looking for a connection. It won't go. Envy's the man being back in again, but that Heart's working overtime. Is he going to trigger off the sleep and try and give some space? He can't. He's locked in position for so damn long. And now C9, they've lost 3. Silent had all the space in the world to fight. Now Sing Sing, they spent all their money on these items. They don't have buybacks. Empire made us move in through the top and break the base.
Oh, just like that, Empire, it was looking so bad for them because they were constantly being held on the defensive, but they get that one gank, and now, I don't know about Resolution leaving his team, though. He has the Sight device. I can't believe he's doing this. They need to be committing to a full-on Rax here.
Agreed, but then again, they're only up against an SD, so they're probably feeling their confidence is there, but True, you're right. With Earthshaker coming back up again, he's still got Echo Slam available. The new creep wave's coming in. This could really start to hurt Empire.
And you're getting 5 stacks of poison. That's nothing to joke about.
Yep. They're backing up. They only take the tower. They don't take the ranks. They're pushing in for the tier 2 tower in the middle lane instead, while the bottom lane tier 3 tower is being attacked. Yeah, they may have just missed a big opening here.
I really think, like, if the puck is there, you have the opportunity to jump, sight the Vice up that support hero, and kill him and get yourself more of an advantage.
At the same time, like, I understand why they're doing it, because Roshan is still up. Why take the risk of forcing in for a Rax where you may have overstayed your welcome? Then the Earthshaker would have been up before they would have finished the Rax.
Right. That being said, I don't think there's anything wrong with Team Empire's team fight. It's just the problem has been, once the Naga start pushing you out, how do you actually get control of the map?
Look at them back up.
Yeah, they're forced to constantly be forced back.
Look at even the illusions. We got one on top, we got one on bottom, and well, Riptide not being used, but it's okay. Now it's being used. He's just managed to get control of every single lane back in the space of 30 seconds.
Yeah, it's not like Cloud9 just can't sit back and let the Naga Siren illusions do their work. And they could just wait it out if they want to. Even if Aegis was picked up, it's still the problem of getting that map control, forcing that team fight.
Vanscore's coming in very, very close right now. The Radiance burn is still going to work, and Naga Sleep will go. He catches 2 heroes here. Now, didn't get the whole shebang. Always want to fly, trying to keep his distance here. And Resolution also in the neighborhood, and he get attacked. He can't blink himself in. The Dream Coil will go, and the ALD will connect on Owie, so at least they get that one. But the Echo Slam from Pylite die with the Totem Stop, with the Fissure. 4 heroes to catch up. Vanscore will still, well, at least clean up the rest of what C9 had there. But Moonlight Shadow will allow Moran to escape. Eternal Envy's back to farming, as he does best. So at least they forced Empire to trigger off every single ulti they had apart from, like, Darkseer Wall. And they're confident enough to go in for Roshan now.
Yeah, smart decision by Silent there to pop the ultimate because he knew that Naga Siren Sleep was going to be just a setup for the Nyx Assassin as well as the Earthshaker stuns. So if he can throw down that Radiance and intercept the Earthshaker before he gets that whole Blink Wombo combo, you kind of shut Cloud9 down. Their whole sleep advantage that they had. With that sleep down, they can go ahead and pick up Roshan for free.
And now the illusion comes in, starts the burn, looks inside the pit and goes, yo, boys. They're inside of Roshan, Bone 7, he's got Blink Dagger, he jumps in! They're using the Naga Sleep! Now Roshan's got 300 life points. They've got to be quick about this if they want to steal the Aegis Immortal. He drops it. Naga took the Aegis Immortal. They actually snipe this out. They'll lose the Naga. They'll lose the Nyx Assassin. But Naga Siren, they've got to get through him twice. Manistyle's off cooldown in 4 seconds time. Arrow's coming in. It'll connect on Silent. So don't at least have his attack follow up. Manistyle will now pop. And now again with Mirror Image and Manistyle, they mop through the illusions and they're up high enough. Envy, he's going to lose his life now.
Look at Vanscore. He stole Saga Siren. He's setting up more kills.
This is going to be brutal. Owie is dead in the middle lane. There is a buyback available right now for the Naga Siren. And Sing Sing's got to keep this top lane pressured out. This is when Sing Sing can go for the trade, and Naga Siren can hold him back. All he's got to do is buy back. All he's going to do is buy back.
Always want to fly, though. He's going to be able to stop some of that aggression with just one Ice Blast.
I think I know what Envy did. Before he died, he sold one of his Blades of Alacrity, which means he has enough money for the buyback. He wouldn't if he still had that item there. And now top lane, they're trying to battle the backdoor regen. Bone 7 just goes in to try and stop him. And then Fissure as well. Empire can't commit to this. They can't fight backdoor regeneration with the damage they've got. Now Silent, the orb's coming in. Sing Sing just keeps the damage going. And now Echo Slam, Totem Stomp. Silent's in trouble. They've got to kill him off right now. He doesn't have enough mana to actually horn himself away to safety. And a little bit further up, Mag. Fissure, he's got no extra mana. He can't Soul Ring himself up to speed himself away. And Pilot jumps in for the pup down. And now it's 17-31. Team Empire are light years ahead as far as kills go. But their quick advantage they had with the Naga Siren is gone.
Now they do still have Rubik
Shadowblade
with Song of Siren. Wow. Okay, no, but think about this. He knows he can never get his Blink off. Like, Blink is utterly useless up against the Spectre.
Yeah.
Whether it's the Radiance Burn or just the ultimate, either way, you're never going to get that Blink. So his idea is, normally you would expect Force Staff as your big other mobility item that you would pick up. I guess Shadowblade, but not to mention Enchant Totem. I've said this before, Toby, is the most OP ability in the game. It just happens to be on a really poor hero. Earthshaker, he can actually do an insane amount of physical damage with this Shadowblade Enchant Totem combo. So I want to see him doing it. It could be a lot of fun.
I'm pretty sure you're going to get a chance, man. He doesn't have the ulti up at the moment. It's still a minute off cooldown, but top lane's pushing in. And with this Diffuser Blade now also over on Eternal Envy, just pushing the illusions into the high ground is enough to try and bring down a tier 3 tower. And this is when you do kind of think, now Empire, what would have happened if they did try and actually get the racks to start with? Actually, I don't think it would have made much difference. You're still battling up against a Naga Siren with this much farm, but with nothing but illusions, they just put a 1600 full life point tower down to 257. That's just Manta style and mirror images.
And again, it just comes down to smoke ganks. It comes down to whether or not Empire can actually find the jump on Cloud9. Because Cloud9 will always be able to retain the map control. No matter what, like, it doesn't really matter. Unless there's a specific kill that goes down on Eternal Envy, some sort of gank that happens.
Yep.
If he's alive, map control is going the way of Cloud9. Meaning they're always able to pick up more farm than Team Empire. As this game draws out, they're picking up more and more.
Item choice question mark now. Refresher Orb for Silent.
No,
so we get a double ulti. I don't know if this is meant to be for a full fight, so he throws it out once,
yes,
and then refreshes it again, and then just keep that full duration, 5 seconds. Full duration of Horn is actually 7 seconds. So there's 14 seconds of non-stop illusions burning and attacking.
Yeah, and they're all doing auto attacks. They're all doing radiance damage. It's a huge advantage, but also thinking about this, Toby, they have Song of Siren up for Eternal Envy every single team fight. If they're leading with some sort of attack, chances are Naga Siren will live through most of their burst and be able to get that off.
Yep.
So if you can actually have a second ultimate go down after the Song of Siren goes up. So you initiate, you do your first initiation with the Spectral ultimate, and the Song of Siren goes up, they reset, but then comes a second one coming out from the Spectre. I really like Refresher up on Spectre. When you start getting this big, your ultimate is so powerful, and every single illusion is doing so much good amount of damage. I think it's always worth it for you to go this late.
Oh man, they're going to try and force the fight up here on the top lane. So Naga Illusion, Naga Illusion moves up to the top lane, and it's just one by one. Radiant's burned down the creep wave, Riptide it up, try and just slow down the pressure which is coming here. While bottom lane, we've got the Mirana Illusions, in fact, pushing that lane out. And Silent's been backed all the way up to the corner, and the ping was actually done there on Silent too, so they know what they're facing. We should also just take off the buyback status. Actually, I take that back. There's one hero that has a buyback available, and that's a Resolution, because the countdown just finished. But we've got 2 minutes left on Eternal Envy's buyback. So there should be no fight now from C9 for 2 more minutes until he has buyback. Because if he doesn't have buyback, this game is Empire's to win. They'll just move in, they'll take a double Raxing, possibly even a triple Raxing. Let's actually give them the victory though, because Naga can still hold them out.
What do you think about Mag's build here? Does he go for an Aghanim's?
For Mag?
Yeah. Do you think that upgrade is worth it compared to other items he can get?
Personally, I prefer to see something like a Scythe of Vice out in him.
Yeah.
I'd like to see a direct disable coming out. Resolutions 1 isn't enough right now. Even though there's obviously no Lincoln Spheres coming out from C9, they need more time for Spectre to do more damage.
Yeah.
Is where my mind goes with this one. At the same time, I'm still not seeing Assault Cuirass out in the field. So this is where my secondary concern comes in, but then you're putting too much armor on Mag. Like, he's already got 34 armor. It's going to get to a point where he doesn't actually have any like value for money.
Yeah. The reason that I think that Aghanim's is not a choice pickup for him is that even though we're dealing with the dual carry strategy from Cloud9, both the Naga Siren as well as the Mirana, neither one of them are really high priority targets for you to get an illusion of. Naga Siren, most of her damage comes out from her mirror image and not just her single hero. And
speaking of which, those images just took out the tier 2 tower in the bottom lane.
Yeah. Again, just like the constant map control that is afforded to Cloud9.
If Empire went any longer, man, this Envy is just going to sell his bottle and pick up a full butterfly. If they wait any longer, they'll have nothing left. And Silent's out a little bit too far on this top lane. It's a very good thing for him. There's no extra vision. Well, actually, there is with this Naga Illusion, but they're not going to jump in and try and have a crack on Silent here. They're not in the perfect position for the initiation, so there's no reason to risk anything.
But I do agree with you. Scythe of Ice should be the next pickup for Darkseer.
Yeah.
Over anything else, you need that single target disable up against the Naga. If you can kill her without her popping that Song of Siren, especially if she gets a butterfly, disable that evasion.
Actually, I may say something else maybe more worthwhile. BTs. Because right now he's still walking around with his Tranquil Boots. And I don't know if this turns into a game of positioning more than his initiation.
Yeah.
Because it's like a toss-up. Like, do you want Side of Ice, do you want BTs, or do you want Blink Dagger?
I don't see a second life being useful for Mag.
Actually, like, can't blink.
Like him being able to buy back and be in a team fight with a second life, I don't think that's going to be very important. Because chances are he's tanky enough with the Heart Scotty that he's going to get off his Vacuum Wall of Replica combo, and that's a long enough cooldown that a second life probably won't be that effective because those abilities won't be up in time.
Envy just spent his money. There's no buyback available for this Naga. So again, though, we'll be having this safety time.
Well,
it's going to be safety time until he gets his money up, but obviously that's not going to take too long.
Yeah, unless Empire just like 5-man directly into the top lane right now, that gold will be up for Eternal Envy.
This is a Roshan quick spawn time too.
Farms so quickly.
Just a note, that's a very quick Roshan spawn time.
Oh yeah.
That's within the first minute of his potential spawn time. And Sig9, they're smoked up. If they can get even 2 or 3 heroes killed off right now and not have too many casualties, there'll be a Roshan and a potential just to push into the base.
And a haste rune as well.
Yeah, now that was taken underneath the Observer Ward. Smoke will go, and Naga throws out the sleep. Now they're using this to initiate, and Vanskor always want to fly. They're caught out a little bit further up, but the arrow will connect on Silent. They don't want to fight this. They don't want to fight this. If there was just one hero there, they'll go for it, but they managed to burn through.
Oh, wow.
There's a lot of mana of Silent. Now he's thrown out the ultimate. The Moonlight Shadow's also gone. The AoE will connect. Bone 7. He's low. Disruption from Aoi is trying to protect him just a little bit longer, and Newell's sceptering him as well. Whatever they've got to keep Bone 7 alive is successful. Oh
my god!
They need to wait a little bit longer. He'll shatter and the gem will be taken back. So Nyx Assassin is down. But this is one thing which we didn't talk about for the Spectre. What happens when you get such a long hold-in and the Diffuser Blade goes to work from the Naga Siren? It burns off his mana. He doesn't actually have enough mana.
Yeah.
Because it's 375 for each for the Refresher Orb, 150 for the Haunt, and then your Spectral Daggers, which come up before that.
Yeah.
And you're getting Diffuser up the entire time as well.
I think this is where you do go Scotty now.
Yeah,
you sell your Vanguard, you pick up Scotty.
Now they're going to grab Roshan. The illusion's on the way in, though. It's not going to survive long enough. Like, the orb's going to fly out. Okay, survives long enough. It just got itself in. Did the damage to always want to fly? They've got to move quick. Roshan, 1800, 1600. Vanscore, he actually gets to pick up on Eternal Envy. Eternal Envy has Naga sleep, and he's just out of range. He throws it out, and the Aegis is on the deck! The Aegis is on the deck. He doesn't have anything he can drop. He just deny it. He denies it with the illusion instead. And now Naga sleep stolen by Vanscore. Pylai die as well as Sing Sing is controlled here. Eternal Envy, he's still fighting up. He's burning out the puck. Echo Slam from Pylai die. Follow-up fissure. The Dream Call will go for Resolution, but he dies here in the middle lane. It's a double kill for Eternal Envy. Vanscore triggers off a BKB of all things on this hero. And now it's Envy trying to man-fight it. Back down again. Bone 7 can't survive long enough. Silent with the triple kill. Double ulti out from him. Mag and Silent survive. Resolution did buy back, and Naga just said, screw it, I'll buy back as well. You want a man fight it, we're going to do it. Ensnare into the arrow. Somehow the synergy works perfectly. Mag, he's losing life. There's no extra man for him to surge away. Resolution back in here. He'll get off a quick rift, but then face shifting it up. They'll bring down Sing Sing. Envy, can he really fight this? There's enough of him. Disruption from Owie. He's actually going to turn Silent against himself. Watch the burn. Owie, even if he dies right now, he tries to use it, but Silent just damages out too much. And now Silent, he goes down. Envy, Naga sleep. He'll survive. Resolution. He's the last man alive for Empire that can get this kill. Blink is available. He jumps up, and which way's the orb? Envy, he needs more space. And he gets an illusion rune to boot.
Yeah, his heart is already up. He knows. Resolution knows he can't possibly go for it, so instead he's just going to grab the gem back up. If Eternal Envy had gone down, if that had been the opposite trade, it was so close to. If Spectre had killed Naga Siren, the game would be over because both of them have their hearts. Yep, both of them would have been able to regen up and just run straight down middle.
Problem is being able to connect all the time. Like, you're still battling up against evasion, and he had no extra mana for extra dagger damage or something along these lines. Empire, it's just the bottom of the barrel, and now Envy. Like, it's 14 seconds until he has his sleep. Pylai jumps in, tries to fissure. The burn will still go on the way, but she wasn't. Mirror image stolen. Okay, Vanscore, that won't survive as long. I still love the fact that he went for BKB. Total boss move. But that's the last remaining hour tower from Empire going down. That's taken, what was it, 20 minutes for Cloud9 to actually remove? While this top tier 3 tower, we forgot about the early damage dealt to it. Like, it was sitting at 250 damage 20 minutes ago. The illusion finally hits it down to 132. It just shows how much of these battles have not been happening anywhere near the bases. Everything is happening out in the open.
Yeah, because both teams have such good potent abilities to be able to defend their towers. Both of them have these extremely good team fight abilities that when it comes to 5-man pushes, they just so much that they're battling up against. Just destroy those illusions.
It's just one! It's just one! And when the illusions of Ruby trying to hit us like butterfly, yeah, evade. Mag forced out this middle lane. Naga Siren though, this is the point though where she caps. But until Silent gets his next tier 3 item, it doesn't make any difference.
Everybody needs to get Diffusal Blades and Scythe of Ice. Just to be able to Diffusal Blade illusions and Scythe of Ice heroes. It's getting ridiculous.
I don't know if that's really the best way to answer this.
You saw it earlier.
Hey, clear. So just everyone gets. Yeah, like, you can't even get Maelstroms, can you? Like, if you're trying to get Maelstroms to clean up the illusions, like, what's the chance of you actually connecting? And the game is trying to end this right now. Like, 4 catapults sent in each wave. Yeah. This is trying. It's like, this is the time, people. It's when the game is meant to have finished. But Butterfly is now finished for Silent. Okay, there's his luxury item we're searching for. Last item, which is now going to be purchased up, is like, what, Treads? But he is maxed. This is a maxed out Spectre. At the same time, I'm now wondering who wins that battle. Is it actually going to be... I think it's Silent now, because he's now got his own evasion.
Yes, he's got his own evasion.
He wins the one-on-one.
The direct damage will always go the way of Spectre, mainly because Naga Siren actually doesn't do that good direct damage. It's all in your illusions. Is really comes down to the AoE of you.
Oh, Silent. They're trying to use him as bait. The jump in. Envy's here as well. The AoE will connect on Envy, but the arrow from Marana also hits on Silent. They're going to fish him off. The Echo Slam from Pylai die. It keeps always want to fly Vanscore out of here. Vanscore never got his BKB off, but Silent, 180 life points. He's running himself away. The pipe will pop. The Naga illusions are on his tail. They're trying to burn him down to the heart. Well, it's still up.
Where's the ultimate?
There's the orb. There's no Spectre Haunt going off. He doesn't have mana for the follow-up refresher anyway.
I can't believe Eternal Envy didn't try and go for an ultimate there. Nobody died on Team Empire despite the fact they were in a really bad position and they were chasing. If Eternal Envy had been able to just pop that ultimate and hold 1 or 2 heroes in place, they could have at least gotten some pickoffs. Maybe not on the Spectre, but at least on somebody. Ancient Apparition teleported it away right under their noses.
So, control somebody, kill somebody. Somewhere on this map. Is it even worth looking at? I don't think this actually matters anymore, does it? We actually got to a point now where
when everybody gets their level 3 ultimates, experience begins to mean a lot less. Stats are obviously still good. But
you have some players that don't. Like SD is still we have a level 13 Shadow Shaman, Shadow Demon.
A level 3 Demonic Purge is an extra 200 damage.
Look what he did. Look, he actually hasn't put a single point up into like a second level into the Demonic Purge.
Yeah, exactly. Your other abilities are more important than Purge.
Yep.
Unless you get like a really, really early level 11, only then is leveling.
Oh, they're gonna find always want to fly. Easy pick off. He put down the observer.
This is huge too.
Finish him. Arrows coming in. Wait, what? Where was? What the hell? Finish him off. The illusion's on the front lines. He's gonna burn off here from the Radiance. Unless they can keep it away. 70 life points. 40 life points. The illusion's coming back for round 2. It's not going to catch up while Naga puts a sleep off. They're TPing out in the middle of the first haunt.
They're so scared of it's just a support hero sitting there and a pretty key one too.
They were worried about all the support behind him. It wasn't always want to fly, but because they didn't have that level of commitment, always want to fly gets to survive.
It's because they know if they search forward like that, if they all go on the Ancient Apparition, then they're going up against the vacuum. Mag will be there, vacuuming you in, slowing you down with the Shiva's Guard, and then comes the follow-up of Puck and his Dream Call and everything else. So they thought maybe if we just space this out, we stay passive, but we just throw enough abilities to kill the Ancient Apparition. It's only because the arrow missed that they weren't able to finish him off in time.
This is some really good usage of the mirror images from Vanskor. Because he just lost the ability, though. But the fact that he had it, and he has a gem on him, he's using it to de-ward. Small little thing, but like Pylai Dai was shadow blading up towards that top lane, searching for any kind of advantage he can gain for his team, but couldn't find it. We actually got a 5-man movement coming out from Empire.
What do you think about this BKB pickup from Naga Siren?
Wait, what?
The BKB.
You've also just lost your mic. I don't see a BKB on Naga. Oh, he does. It's over on the courier. What's he going to drop for it, though? It's like, okay, he's dropping his BTs. Yes. He's dropping his BTs so we can... you're responding while you have no audio. Okay, they're going to put me on now, over on the Naga Illusion. Send them up. They're slowing down this fight, because the bottom lane's going to push in quite heavily here. The Naga Illusion actually made... The Mirana Illusion, sorry, actually did the work there. And they can just send another set of Naga Illusions down the middle lane to take care of that. I'm actually down with this. I am so totally down with this, because now you've got him standing in the front lines where he doesn't care about the AA, he doesn't care about the Puck, he almost to a point doesn't even care about the Darkseer or Rubik. It's just the damage coming out from Spectre, which is going to be the problem. The other potential problem is he can't move fast enough. He can't actually get close enough to hit on somebody. Oh, silent. There's a blink into a stun, and they're using the fissure as well. They're just trying to drop him low on Bone 7. Hexed up, the Orb, the Dream Call. BKB will now trigger off here from the Naga Siren. He's trying to pick up anything. Why is that Red Hoof Courier in there? It's actually staying with him, so he pops the BKB, and then he puts the BTs back on top of himself. And they didn't get the Courier. The arrow, though, it didn't connect. It didn't connect. They popped the Naga Sleep to back everybody up, and now the BKB's from Vanskor, so we can jump in. Bone 7 die at the end of the day here, and now Mirror Images, Riptides, Resolution, and Trigger's own BKB, Pylai die. It's a big Echo Slam, but not enough damage to really make Empire fall back, and there's your Echo Slam! Oh, that hurts! Naga's on the sidelines, has to bite back. The Rags hasn't gone down yet. Sing Sing's retreating. The Spectre ulti. The Aeon is coming down here too. Sing Sing, sit higher up. He's off the side. He didn't get hit by the ultimate. He'll survive through this one, but Envy, he's going to go down in front of his tier 4 towers. Now it's with the buyback. It's now up to both Aoi as well as Sing Sing to defend this top racks. Fortification is still available, but they won't trigger it until they go for a secondary raxing. Now there's buyback left for the Mirana, so Sing Sing may as well try something here. but I don't know if he can defend it.
They can't do it. It's 4 heroes up for Empire. There's just no way that just the 2 of them, even with an extra life, can stop this. This is going to be a 2 racks advantage for Empire. At least should be.
Look at Owie. He's trying to get silent. He's trying to get a copy of silence, so at least there's a fighting chance for him. The arrow may be able to help him to do that, but there's going to be 2 racks down. I'm still not going to call this GG.
No,
an 80-second
they might
window.
back up here. They might just keep 2 racks. They may not want to fight a 4v4.
They've got to get mega creeps.
Yeah, they know. They're going to go for the 5v4.
Oh, Vanscore, they got Owie. Quick pick off. Sing Sing, the fissure is going to beat there. Sing Sing is holding off on the arrow. He's letting Owie die. The fissure stolen by Vanscore. Nyx Assassin still going to follow up stun. They need more damage to pick him up. The AOD is going to come in. Hits on both Pilot Eye as well as Sing Sing. She Pilot Eye able to move up high enough. But now Bone 7 in for a triple way stun. They've got to try and hold this Rax. Fissure as well over on 4 heroes. Fissure returned by Vanscore over to Sing Sing. Has to leap away. Yule Scepter being used here by Bone 7. Up in the air. He'll drop down though. The melee Rax will take a fall here. Range Rax to follow. 40 seconds until Eternal Envy, and they just say no more. There's no more to be had from this game. Team Empire will take game number 3, which means we will at least have game number 4 coming your way.
What I'm talking about, man, this mid-game, like, Empire, they can just hold on late enough. They do have a significant amount of late game, enough to be able to fight up against the Naga Siren. I gotta say, though, that's what I was talking about, though, that BKB pickup. I can't believe my mic died on me like that, but this is a classic Eternal Envy move. Pick up your 7th slot, the 7-slotted Naga Siren, where you're just able to drop your Boots of Travel, put the BKB on, and then go ahead and pop it. It's a smart play, but unfortunately, they just didn't quite have enough. I thought they were going to be able to, going into the mid-game after the Radiance was up, control the map, and just farm up, and unfortunately, though, it just Sing Sing couldn't get big enough.
No, he couldn't. Sorry, we went for the double Chrysalis at the end, just trying to push out any kind of damage, because he couldn't get up to the secret shop. There's no way he's going to pick up his Demon Edge and get the full Daedalus up and running. So he needed something else, so the double Chrysalis was his answer. But C9, well, they've now been forced to go into a 4th game here by Team Empire as we start what seems to be like deja vu for our first semi-final. It was 2 games up, and then the other team came back. Of course, in that scenario, Na'Vi did win game number 5. Who will join Na'Vi in the grand final for this one? Will it be C9? Can they finish it up in the 4th game, or will Team Empire kick back into the form we know they have and come back and force this to a 5th game? We'll find out together. Stay tuned.